We say this all the time, you receive from the world what you give to the world. I believe that in the deepest part of myself. Last May, we met Susie Krabacher, who created a miracle in her life when she reached out to help Haitian children who were suffering from neglect, the same neglect that she felt as a child. Her story shows us that all pain really is the same. We weep in the same language. Thank you.
When I was growing up, I knew always that I wanted to make something out of my life. And when I was 18, I got this tremendous opportunity to go to LA and be a Playboy centerfold. I was always traveling to glamorous cities and hanging out with celebrities, but I was a lost soul. I did a lot of volunteer work with some handicapped children, and I loved it. I don't think I've ever been happier than when I was with those kids. I felt something telling me, this is where you need to be, but I just wouldn't listen. I was living in a Beverly Hills mansion, had everything that anyone could dream of having, and I still felt so empty. About 7 years ago, I saw a documentary about needy children, and when I saw that little boy, I recognized immediately that he needed an adult to take care of him. I had been sexually abused when I was 4 years old and needed the help of a grown-up. I knew at that moment that this is what I am supposed to do. I ended up going to Haiti, where I had heard some of the most needy children in the world lived. When I first got there, I went to a slum, a 27-square-mile garbage dump, basically, on which people live. When I first saw the desperate need and the sickness and the dying and the hunger, it broke my heart. I went to one hospital and saw little children laying in their beds, tied to these metal cribs so that they wouldn't, move around. And I saw little babies who have hydrocephalic syndrome, and there was, all sorts of diseases. It's been 7.5 years since I went to Haiti the first time. And since then, we have put up many schools, many orphanages. We take care of 1,654 children at my last count. I'm on the phone probably 9 hours a day. Oh, listen, I've got 32,000 pounds of beans and rice. I need desperately your help to get it down to Haiti. Most of the time, I'm pleading. I'm begging for something. And you don't want to say no to me about one of my kids. I am the adult in their life that moves on their behalf, which is exactly what I wanted when I was 4. And I'm being that for these children. And now when I look back at the way I was thinking, the parties and the dresses and the gowns and the glamour, it has so little to do with anything in my life. I'm doing now what I was put here on this earth to do, without a doubt. And I can't tell you how unique that is to be able to know it. Not many people get to know that. For the first time in my life, my spirit and myself are exactly in tune. I know what I'm supposed to do. I feel it, I see it, and I know it. I'm doing it now, what I was meant to do.
Don't you love that story? Don't you love that, Jeff?